Hi, I'm Jean Doak, and I got into sculpture by previously taking ceramics classes. My mother was a ceramic teacher also, and I've always had a love of horses, and years ago I saw Gökşin's class advertised, but I wasn't able to take it at that time. So when I was invited to take it this time, I was really excited. And it's been a wonderful experience. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm learning. You know, it's like hopefully someday I'll be a better sculptor.
I'm Sabina Arndt, and I got into sculpting in early childhood, basically teenage years, with my sister, who studied ceramics at university. So I was sort of dragged along with it, and then I quit for a while and started back up 30 years later at the Art League in Alexandria with ceramics and hand building, and then I just thought I'd venture out a little bit and heard about these sculpture classes, signed up, and that was last year, and I've been hooked ever since and trying to improve, and I learned a lot. This particular sculpture is an Andalusian stallion I used to train. His name was Afamado. He's shown here at a movement called Passage with a working equitation rider on it. And I wanted to do this bareback to show the trust between horse and rider and the fine training those horses go through and the fine response they give their riders when they trust them 100%. So there is no need to use any force in training a horse. Once they trust you, they basically go through fire for you. And this is what this is supposed to portray.
Hi, I'm Margaret Stewart, and I sculpted many years ago and got away from it, and now I'm a professional painter, but got back into sculpting when I realized I had time to take Gökşin's class. So started with her like a year and a half ago, and have just been working on a lot of horse sculptures, and I seem to be branching into the birds. So that's my bird woman here. I've always been a horse person, so that's how I was intrigued by getting into the horse sculpture.
I am Josefa Phillips. I'm originally from the Netherlands. I've been in the United States since '95, and I have all my life been a horse trainer and rider, dressage, and about 15 years ago, I started oil painting, and now I am doing a lot of horse and people portraits and anything else, really. And this is my first sculpting experience. I'm very excited that in this workshop I was able to actually produce 2 sculptures. I'm still stunned. I saw this workshop advertised through the Middelburg art community, and I'm very excited about that, and I'm very glad we met, and I hope to do many more.
Hi, I'm Leslie Seeley. I've spent most of my career as a painter, but I found out that I have a knack for sculpting, and it seems to flow a lot better, so I'm switching over to sculpting, and I've been working on my own for quite a while. And I'm at that point where I really needed some professional guidance, especially with anatomy and all that. And I saw this workshop on Instagram. And since I live within 3 hours, I decided I would make the trip up here. And I'm so glad I did. Gökşin is so kind, and I would just encourage anyone who's thinking about sculpting, please do it, because she will guarantee success for you in this workshop. And I surprised myself, like many others here, by completing 2 sculptures. It was very intense, but so rewarding. So I would highly recommend anyone to take this workshop if you have the chance.
I'm Jennifer MacDonald. I had such an interest in sculpting horses because I was born here in Virginia, and they're so well known for all their horse. I finished a horse head, and it was already bronzed, and I love it, and I made a second one for my daughter. But now I attempted to make 2 donkeys, or the actual ones I have in my home in the pasture, and I decided they make wonderful bookend-looking items. And the third is what I started today, or Thursday, Friday. It's a box turtle. And I love turtles and always want to stop and save them in case they're going to be hurt in any way. It's been a wonderful week, a lot of frustrations. I still have some tedious designs to finish, but overall, it's a wonderful experience to be here.
Hi there, my name's Allison Krowicki. I came across the information about sculpting when I was following the artist in Middleburg on Instagram, and had always loved art, but I had not taken any kind of art classes or really engaged with art very much in a lot of years because I was busy working and raising kiddos. So I was a little bit intimidated to just kind of jump in. I'm glad I did. I have taken now, I think, 4 of the weekly classes, the weekly blocks of classes, and then this intensive, and have really enjoyed all of it very much.
Hi, I'm Dan Caseman. I live in Purcellville, Virginia, and I've been involved with a great organization in Middleburg, Virginia called Artists in Middleburg, or AIM. And a couple of years ago, we had a wonderful person, Gökşin Carey, come and teach sculpture classes, and I was lucky to join it, and I made 2 incredible horse sculptures that I never thought I could accomplish. The best thing about Gökşin is I think she brings the best out of us, and she drives us to perfection. And this is my latest collection. It's my trout collection from the Finger Lakes of upstate New York. And this week has just been an amazing experience. We've been immersed for a week, and I'm just thrilled to see what everybody's accomplished. This has just been a great experience. So thank you so much, Artists in Middleburg and Gökşin. It's been great. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Sandy Danielson. I'm the Executive Director of Artists in Middleburg. This is our, I can't remember, 6th year that we've done our annual Equine sculpting workshop with Gökşin Carey. It's been a wonderful, wonderful event for us to look forward to each year. We have at the maximum 10 students, and we had 10 students this year, but it's a wonderful immersive program for those interested in sculpting and in painting. One has found that if one paints, one can paint an animal, a horse especially, much better after taking the sculpting class. But I do want to thank Gökşin Carey. I want to thank all of her wonderful students, and I want to thank you very much for filming us today. Thank you.
I'm Gökşin Carey, and I have been sculpting for 20 years and teaching about 12 years when this wonderful gallery, AIM, with Sandy Danielson is the creator of it. But the thing is that when Sandy asked me to teach there 11 and a half years ago, and I said, wow, this is the horse town and this is my town. I love it. And the horses are my best friends. So since that time, we had quite close to 500 students. And, you know, I have some instructors, students become instructors, and lots of students that they're selling their bronzes. And I am always waiting for all these wonderful sculptors to be in the field and be bronze and will be sold soon. And actually, I don't really say that they are students. They're all talented colleagues. They're wonderful sculptors, and there are friends that for about maybe 5 or 6 years they are with me. They're selling their sculptures, and they're still with me. I'm so happy for them, and I thank you so much for this wonderful week that they gave.